Okay, welcome to another session in this series. In the previous session, we ended on question number 51. Here we start with question number 52. Okay, cool. So the question says, in the diagram, PQ is parallel to RS. Okay, and EF is parallel to GH. Okay, so this is parallel to this. Okay, and then EF is parallel to GH. Okay, and angle QPR is 45, and angle QRS is 90. So this angle here is 90. Okay, so let's put it there. This is 90. Okay, find the angle marked S. Okay, so we need to find this angle right here. The angle we're looking for is this angle. Okay, cool. Now from the question, we can see that since this and this are parallel, then we can have what? Corresponding angles, and this are also parallel. Okay, so we can have corresponding angles. Okay, so this angle is corresponding to this angle, right? This angle here corresponds to this angle right here, and we know that corresponding angles are what? Are equal. So that means this angle right here is what? 45. Okay, cool. Now since we have 45 here, we have 90 here, we can easily find this one. Okay, this x, because angles on a straight line are supplementary. They add up to 180. So we add all the angles here, we get what? 180. So x plus 90 plus 45 should give us 180. So let's do that. We have x plus 90 plus 45 should give us 180. So x is 180 minus 135. So s give us 45. Okay, so which is C. Well, let's move on to question number 53. It says in the diagram above, Q is equal to 60. This is Q, 60. R plus S is 100. That is R plus S is 100. So we are supposed to find what? P. Cool. Alright, in order to find P, we need to find Q. We've already been given Q to be 60. Okay, cool. Then we need to find this angle as well. Okay, so let's call that angle right here. Let's call it X. Cool. So this X right here, this angle right here, is vertically opposite to this angle. Okay, so that will be the same. Okay, so this angle and this angle right here will be the same. So let's give this side also equal to X. Okay, this angle and this angle are the same, so X. All right, cool. Finally, in order to find this X, we need to know this angle and then this angle. Okay, but right here you can see that this is S, and then it's vertically opposite to this angle right here. Okay, so this angle will also be what? S. So this angle right here will give us what? S. Okay, so finally we can see that S plus R plus X should give us what? 180, because angles in a triangle add up to 180. Okay, so after finding the X, then we can input it over here, and then we find P. Okay, so we have S plus R plus X should give us 180. But then we've been given S plus R, this right here, to be what? 100. Okay, so we put 100 plus X to give us what? 180. So finally we have our X to be what? 80. Okay, all right. So since we know X to be 80, then we can finally find our P. Okay, because when we add this and this, we should get what? 180. Okay, so we have x plus q plus p should give us 180. And we know x to be what? 80. We know q to be what? 60. And we don't know what p is. Okay, so we need to find p. So p is equal to 180 minus 60 minus 80. Okay, so finally we have p to be what? P to be 40. Okay, cool, which is A. Okay, all right, let's move on to question number 54. The question says the sum of the interior angles of a regular hexagon is 720, and we know that a hexagon has how many sides? 6. Hexagon n equals what? 6. Number of sides equals 6. Okay, what is the value of each angle? So if the sum of all the angles of all 6 angles is 720, then what's the value of each angle? So we just need to divide 720 by what? 6. Okay, so sorry, 720 divided by 6. Okay, and that should give us 120. Okay, which is B. Cool. Question number 55. In the diagram above, VUP is a straight line. Okay, STUV is a parallelogram. So what that means is these sides are parallel and then these sides are also parallel. That's what a parallelogram means. Okay, it has 2 sides parallel to each other. Okay, cool. And we're given angle TSU to be what? 50, and TUP to be what? 62. Then we need to calculate which angle? VSU, which is this angle right here. VSU. Okay, so the angle we are looking for is this angle. Okay, now let's go back. Now, since we say these angles are parallel to each other, so these lines are parallel to each other, that means we can have what? Corresponding angles. This angle and this angle will be the same because they are parallel. Okay, cool. So let's write it. This angle here is what? 62. Cool. And then since this is also a straight line parallel to each other, then we can have what? Alternate angles. So when we draw a Z, we can have alternate angles. So this angle will be equal to what? This angle, right? Cool. So this angle right here is what? 50. The same as this, okay? Because they are alternate angles. Cool. So now we know this angle, we know this angle. That means we can easily find this angle, right? Because this triangle, this is a triangle, then the sum of angles in the triangle add up to what? 180. So assuming we label this angle as x, that means we'll have x plus 62 plus 50 to give us 180. So x will be equal to 180 minus 62 minus 50. Okay, what will that give us? That will give us 68. Okay, cool. I think we'll have to stop here for now. In the next session, move on to question number 56. Thank you so much for joining this session. See you again next time. Bye.